So this is a meeting from 4 till 5:30. There's also a meeting next week, the May 15, a Dutch meeting on the Saturday. So that will be from 10:30 till 12 in Dutch. And will always also be a French meeting. I'm speaking French. And that will be the May 16 from 11 till 12. So if you want to, please come. And I'm trying to, I can hear very good the French, but I will try to speak French and maybe there's some English words in between. We'll see. So this is talking about nothing and everything. And normally when there's living in the story, everything seems real. Everything seems something. There's something going on. It's your life and there's feelings or happenings or maybe streets or cities, everything. And everything seems real. It's not only, it's most of the time it doesn't seem real, but it is real. And that it's real and solid. And when it's real and solid, everything, and you have your life, and you're inside, and you have your life and your body, then it can be a threat, and it can be looking for something that seems to be missing. It's always something that's not completely right. There's something not right yet. There's something wrong with you or with the world, or there's something missing. There's always some not completely right, something going on. And so there's a search for completeness or happiness or freedom. Everybody has a different search, maybe a different word. And the search is always about finding something that seems to be missing. And when there's something not really, when there's a feeling it's not really happy or not content, I don't know if that's, if it's not, you're not feeling okay, then there seems to be something that's the cause of it. So that can be a memory of parents or a memory of an event or something in the world or something else. So when you feel or you know what's the cause, or you think that's the cause of my unhappiness, there's always a trying to change that and really convince. It's also because it's really convincing that you are there, you have a choice, and it's free will, so you can change your life. That's a lot of people are thinking and believing that. When there's something not right, and there's looking for the cause, and there's finding a cause of something that really seems the reason that there's no happiness or it's not going, then there's trying to make that happen or to change things that so like then that's gonna happen. And if it's going, if there's success, it seems like, I'm all right, I'm doing the right thing, and my life is working and I'm okay, and you're feeling okay about yourself. But when it's not working, there's a lot of thoughts about how did it happen and why. A lot of whys is coming, like why do I do this, or why does other people do that? There's injustice. It's not fair. There's a lot of things going on about that. And so there's always looking for something like freedom, like happiness, like everlasting happiness, love. And there can be a lot of things going on. And first it was maybe religion, and there was therapy, and now there's more like also the non-dualism. Seems to be the me is the cause of all the trouble. So there's looking for a state or something that losing the me is the thing now. And the awful thing in that, because there's still a belief in the story and the seeing that everything is real and the body is real and you are real. So there's a looking in the real world for no me. And it's using tools like maybe in thoughts and trying to make things happen. Because when there's a me, when there's a feeling of I'm there, it is connected. It's always also like I have a free will, I have a choice. So, and that can be in the mind, maybe that's not that clear anymore, but we are so long, the story is already so long and so embodied. So that the feeling of there's a choice and I have to decide, and I can, when I'm feeling that, I can do something about that. That's so embodied that it seems to be the right way or the only way to manage and looking for no me. And there seems also to be a development. When there's somebody inside, or there's feeling like I'm here, and maybe there's also I'm not here, but in a way there's somebody here, then there's also a development, there's time. So there's a before and there's after. In the story, there's also before and after. And maybe you believe there's no past, but also it can be like there are memories and we're working on the memories, or we're working on things that happen in the now, and we're trying to be in the now. And there's always the point that there's someone in there who can choose, who can manage, who can do something to make life better. This message is not about that. So it's not about the story. So when there's talking outside of the story or not in the story, then the whole normal understanding and the normal listening about things and hearing what's said is confused. And that's a funny thing, but it's also can also be very frustrating, because that looking for something isn't heard here. There is nothing to look for, and there's no one. So there's also no one who can look for something. There is already no one. So this is seen as everything is already complete. There's nothing missing. It's only a misunderstanding. But it's not a misunderstanding in the mind, or you could say in that, but it's an embodied misunderstanding. So the search is also embodied. This is about it. This is energetic, you could say. So there's no me. There's no me. Doesn't mean that here is Rose in this body, and she has this body, or maybe it's not her body, but there's this body, and there is no one inside that. That's what the normal way of thinking would think, but it's not like that. There is also no Rose. There is no Rose. There is just only an apparent body. It's seen like that, but it's not real. Nothing is real. It's only apparently real. So that's completely different. Like a lot of meetings talking about no me, because there's nothing real. Nothing is happening. It seems that everything is happening, and there's, of course, it seems like there's seeing other bodies, but it's very obvious. It's just energy. It's not real also. It's just an apparent happening. Everything is just apparent. So the freedom is that there's nothing happening. Nothing is real. So what is going on, that's it. It's just life happening in a certain way without any reason, without any meaning, no purpose at all. It's just what's happening. That's it. And the human brain can abstract and think about it and make meaning, and like, oh, there's something going on and it has to do with that and that and that. Nothing has to do with anything. So there are no consequences. There's no time, so there are no consequences. There's only what is happening. There's nothing before, there's no after, there's not because of that, then it's that. No, there's only this and this. moving a hand or a feeling. And nothing has to do with anything. So it's just that. And it's even not real. It's only apparently real. So when there's pain, it's pain, but it seems to be, it's apparently pain and there's not. That's crazy. You can't understand. And it can be that there suddenly is a moment like, God, yeah, and then it's gone. So it's overlaid by so many beliefs and concepts about how life is and how you are and what you have to do to make your life work, or how to, a lot of behavior is there, you could say, embodied about how to behave, to be free, to be loved, to be together. So nothing is happening and everything is already complete. So this is already paradise, but paradise doesn't mean it's always one feeling like happiness. Paradise is like, there's only everything. There is just everything. It's nothing and everything together. It's apparently everything, of course, but it's just everything. So it's pain, it's moving, it's everything. In that sense, it's very simple. There's nothing excluded. And when there's someone, it seems like there's always a choice and a direction, wanting something for me to have a better life or to feel better, to feel more love, something like that. When there's just this, there's no escape. It's just everything. So when there's feeling flat, then that's there. There's nothing trying to change that. So we can talk about that. And maybe if you have a question, please do. Or want to chat or to say something, you can do that. Oh.
Hello, Rose.
Hello.
Hello, it's Christian. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you.
Mm.
What puzzled me, I had difficulty to understand that when you said this is paradise, or some like Emerson or Tony said it's a wow, even if it's a pain, it's a wow. I don't feel the wow. So I'm still searching, even if it's pain. Sometimes I feel really that pain is there and not there. I see that it's not really real, but I don't feel the wow, the emotion that it's fantastic. I just, it's neutral. I have a neutral feeling. Like I'm searching for the wow then.
No, when there's pain and not pain in the same time, it's just neutral. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it's not living in the wow all day. It's not all day, oh, wow, 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 wow. No, it's not like that. No, it's just, it's sometimes it's more like, suddenly that comes and it's like, oh, it's wow. But it's not like all day and everything there's wow. That's not in that sense, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's neutral. That's
neutral. Thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hi. Yeah.
So I'm always trying to find the reason for why things are happening.
Mm.
Why is the me so desperate to understand the reason for everything?
I think it feels it feels there's something not right or something missing or something like that. So there's something not right, or there's something frustrating, or some it's not the end. Something else. Something, yeah. I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
And so then it wants to find the reason for why it's happening so it can control it.
Yeah, most of the time it's that. Yeah. Yeah. So if you find a reason, then maybe you can have the solution for what's going on, and then you feel all right. That's most of it. But then it's going again, and then you're starting for that, and then it's again, and then you're starting. And it's the funny thing is that you always are very sure that that's the reason. Maybe that's memory, or maybe that's coming up, and so it seems like that's the reason for my unhappiness or for something. I don't know.
Oh, because the me feels uncomfortable and unhappy, or however it feels, and then it looks at a situation and thinks that's the thing that's not right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's always in the story. It's always something is not right. So it has to be something causing that, and that we are looking and we're trying to do therapy or whatever things. Just going to the justice, or how do you say, looking for justice, or looking for, I don't know.
And so when there's not that sense of self, then there's no assumption that something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going wrong. There's just what's happening.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah. There's nothing going on about that. It's not a belief. It's just nothing going on about that. It's no issue. It's not coming up or something like that. Yeah. Because
then,
when there's a me, it seems like there is some belief, or there's something going on that nothing is wrong. But it's not about knowing nothing is wrong, because then there also will be some doubt and there will be things going on. It's just not there. Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I ask another question, Rose?
Yeah, sure.
So this morning I heard some news, and I started to feel sad about it, but I thought like it wasn't conscious, but there was obviously a desire. I've only just realized now there was a desire to protect myself against the sadness, because I didn't want to feel it. So I just, without thinking, just suppressed it automatically.
Yeah.
The question is, so sadness is just as natural as any other emotion?
Yeah. But the suppressing, what seems to be, it's not about feeling fully the emotion. When there's, you call it suppressing, but when there's maybe some tense feeling, then there's some tensity. Then it's that what's happening. Suppressing is it's already a story.
Well, I say suppressing because my assumption is that the me doesn't want to feel its emotions, or it doesn't want to feel the painful emotions. So it will distract itself with something else.
Yeah. That's in the story. It seems like that, and then the solution seems like, oh, you're gonna work on that because that. But it's already a story, because there's suppressing that? It's just maybe there's something, a feeling or. Oh wait, there's something. One moment. Somebody talk. There's somebody Why? I mute yourself. I mute you. Wait. Okay, sorry. There was somebody talking at the same time. That's just what's happening. So it's very literally. So there's no suppressing feelings. That's what the mind, what the me does, that trying to look at it and look what's happening, and then feels like, oh, I didn't want to feel it and things like that. Maybe there was some stress here, then there's some stress here, or there's no sadness anymore, then it's just neutral then. So it changes.
Yeah. So there's just what's happening. It's only the me that makes it into a problem, thinks I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't suppress emotion, shouldn't blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's picking it up like, oh, this is what happened, because then I felt, the whole story. And it's just when there's no sadness now, and there was sadness and now it's not, then there's no sadness. So you don't know why it happens like that. That's just an assumption.
That I'm doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Always the awful thing about the me, it's always feeling there's something not right. And then it seems like, oh, that's not right, or something, and then that's okay, and then something else, you have to look at it. So that's the me. The me is, there's something not right. So that's an endless game of trying to fix it. It will help you trying to fix it. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rose.
Thanks.
Hello, Rose.
Hello.
So what this commenting that is always going on inside the head, like, I wake up and I said, okay, I have to make breakfast, and it's actually words in my mind, like talking like that. So that's hopeful. Is that like unavoidable with the me, right? That goes on with you as well?
What is going? Sorry, at last I didn't understand what you said.
Does it happen to you too? That I don't think so, but I'm asking, does it happen to without a me also, the commenting, like, looking at some landscape and saying, oh, how beautiful it is inside, like that inner dialogue, or, all of this.
There can be thoughts about, oh, wow, beautiful, or saying that. Yeah, that can be. But it's not, is that a comment? Yeah, maybe it's just saying something about it, or thinking something about that.
So it's not that actions happened and there's not a, well, obviously there's not, but the part of you that says, okay, I have to do this now, I have to do that later, you know, I better don't do that, you know, all of this commenting inside, you know, like an inner dialogue or inner whatever monologue. Does it happen also or not?
No, not that, no. It's sometimes they're thinking I have to do that, but then that's it. Then maybe I'm doing it and maybe not, I don't know. Sometimes, of course, it can come up. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's the same because I think everybody has that. That you think you are thinking I'm deciding to do something, and it will happen. You're deciding to go outside, and then suddenly you see yourself sitting on the television or something like that. I don't know, but
yeah,
we're so convinced that we are deciding what's going on.
right.
It's not. But it seems that when you're deciding it and it's happening, it seems like you're doing it. And if it's not going, you think, oh, what did I did it. Oh, I thought I was doing, oh, what did I do? And da, da, da. And then when it's not right, or it's not going like the way you think you have to do, then the whole circus starting, like, why is it happening like this? Or what did I do? Or things like that. So that's not there. That's not there. And so the funny thing is, if it's not there, you forget it was there. I can't even remember. That's so funny. It's so normal. It's just forgotten that was. I know, of course, the same thing was going on all day. I was busy all day with everything, and it's just not there. But it's completely forgotten it was there because it's so normal not to. No, it's not being busy with anything. Can be like, oh, I have to remember the shopping, and I write it down because otherwise it's not there.
Yeah, I know that. And then you forget the list at home, of course.
Yeah. You're in the shop and you're like, oh my God, where's my list? Yeah, but everybody has that. It's just normal. But this is so normal. It's so normal. The only thing that isn't.
So that is no, it was me. So that's not the characteristic of the me. All this talking and all this commenting about things, and it's not the me doing that. Or I mean, it's never the me. I know that.
No, it's just life. It's just thoughts.
But it doesn't drop away. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't drop away once.
Yeah, but then it's not happening. There can be a lot of thoughts or less thoughts or. Walking in the garden. Life is changing and it's different all the time. So we are thinking it's happening to us. It's not, it's just happening.
Okay.
Or not.
Or not. Well, thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi. This week I had like some kind of a moment where I felt like as if I was like being sucked into a black hole. I was thinking like I will have to go to travel to the universe to discover if there is a black hole, because it was really such a terrible place to be in. So I call it like a black hole. But it's really like it felt like there was just really there is no like nowhere to go to. It felt like I was like in some kind of a vacuum, like
Yeah.
while life is happening and I'm doing what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
there's like I just nowhere to go. That was very terrifying
Ah.
thing to go through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like there is nothing else to do with it. Even it was like really like
Yeah.
a deeply feeling of like nowhere to go while everything happening the way it happened.
Mm.
That was really terrifying because there is like a feeling like that there is nothing to do with like nothing to change with everything, or like nothing to
Yeah.
gain from anything, or like
Yeah.
it felt like as
Yeah.
if it was like the end of the road, or like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. Yeah. When that's there, it's like, oh God. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It was really
Yeah.
felt like being sucked into a black hole. It was like it's really
Mm.
taking it very
Yeah.
deeply.
Yeah.
Like there is like no end to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
But life continue. Life, I mean, just go the way it goes. But there is
Yeah.
like, that feeling of like
There's
it
finally
cannot be.
there's nothing happening. So
Yeah,
there life it seems to be very real and things are happening, but
yeah,
it's not real. So and suddenly it's like when there's such belief and such that can be so embodied, and suddenly there's something like, oh, there's it's not that real anymore. That like, oh, what you say, like there's no goal or nothing go to,
yeah,
it's the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
Wow.
It felt like as if losing some kind of distance, of some kind
Yeah.
of perspective, of some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No perspective. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There seems to be a
And
little thing going on, like some hope, or there's something going on,
yeah,
and then
right,
suddenly, chuck. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
There was no hope of like it can get
Yeah.
better, or it will be
Yeah.
better, or
Yeah.
it's like just
Yeah.
right in the face as it
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I
That's
call
very.
it a black hole because it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
sucking.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's can be very strong. Yeah. Sure. Mm. Mm.
And then it seems like things are falling away, but it's not really clear what. It's not always
Ah,
clear.
no, no, you don't have to know. It doesn't
Right,
matter.
right,
So
right.
that's happening here. So then suddenly there's something still happening. There's something not there anymore. You can feel that or something like that. I can't even say what it is.
Right,
Feels, I don't know. But so what?
right.
Yeah. Sometimes there comes a memory, but most of the time not even that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Mm.
Yeah, just sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. When there's no me, or that seems that there's somebody's talking more about there's no me. It always seems that there's no me inside this body. But it has nothing to do with something inside this body or with Rose, something happening with her or with inside that body or something like that. The me is an illusory system about I am the boss and I am this body, that's my body. There's something going on about this is my body and I'm inside that, and the whole belief system that's in time, you could say, it's embodied. Like there's somebody inside and I can do something about it. I have free will and I'm going to some places and I have to behave in a certain way. And when there's happening something, it's because of I did that and things like that. That whole dream and whole belief system about what's going on and what's the meaning and what's the purpose and what's the cause of what's happening, that interpretation system, that can become less or not that strong anymore or just vanish. But that wasn't real anyway. So that's what's going, and the rest, like everything is just seems to happen in a certain, that goes on in the same way. So nothing really happens when there's no me. It's just suddenly that whole dream is just not there, but it wasn't real in the first place. So that's it. Yeah. Some people, I always had this thinking of like, there's a me, there's my body, and the me is I feel that there's a me, or there's stress somewhere, that's the me still working or still busy, or a lot of thinking about that. It has nothing to do with the body, nothing, just nothing to do with anything. It's just a whole belief system that can be there, and it's just not real. It's just, but it can be so convincing and so hypnotic to be in that dream and thinking, and that's overlaying everything. And then when somebody is talking about that it's not real, and nothing is real, of course, but also that dream is not real. It's just thoughts. It's just nothing. So it's just thoughts. Now, thoughts are not nothing, but it's just thoughts, and that's it. And they come and go. It's just energy. No meaning at all. So it has nothing to do with that body or something like that. And still, hoe zeg je dat? Het verwarrend. Confusing thing is that they're saying, oh, it's embodied. So it seems like the me is in the body. So that can be confusing, of course, also. Yeah. But this is about confusion. Oh.
Rose?
Yeah.
Would you say like that cause and effect happen and not happening? Like there is a cause and effect and there is no cause and effect at the same time?
It's only in the story a cause and effect. Seems to be cause and effect, but there's no cause and effect. There's only what's happening. There's only one thing.
So
because we can abstract, and that's in the story, you can abstract this is happening because of that car. When you walk before the car, it's hitting you or something like that. Yeah, that's like that. Yeah.
So, like Rose, do not have the story anymore. Like you don't have that cause and effect anymore going on for you. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's nothing going on about what is the cause or what is why is that happening?
Yeah.
But it's not that I believe it's not there or something. It's just not coming up. It has nothing to do with Rose or something like that. It's just life. It's just not coming. Like some people are rich and some people are not. So it's just, I don't know. It's just not coming up. For no reason. I don't know why.
So in conversation, like with people, and like they talk about their stories and they have their cause and effects, and they tell like because this happened. I mean, for you, you just listen. You don't in your.
Oh, maybe no. Sometimes I'm joining in the same way, and asking questions. And how did that happen? And why did you do that? Yeah, why not? Doesn't matter. If somebody's believing that. That's just what's going on.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, if there is a story for Rose, and you said there's no story, but when you talk to people, there are stories. So you are participating in the conversation, and then you use a story, but it's not really. It's just a story for you.
Yeah, when somebody is really, a lot of friends are just talking in stories, and then they are saying, yeah, I was going to the doctor, and she said, da 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 da. I said, oh, what did you do? Didn't you say that? I was joining in like that. Just normal conversation, but it's nothing, but it's just conversation. And it's talking together, and then it's gone. And it's, why not? It's not saying to somebody, but there's no me. No, but that's not coming. And I think it's more like in meetings like this, when there's a listening and there's an opening for this kind of message, then there's coming this message. Otherwise, there's no speaking of it at all. I don't know. Normally, I know it's only in those meetings, maybe with my husband sometimes, but most of the time I'm not speaking like that about that. No, because it's not her. So it can't. It's not that I think, this is Rose and she is like this, and I only can talk like it's just not. How do you say it? It's just. How do you say it? It's just life. It's just going like that. I don't know. It's like that. It's just. So it's not a way of living. It's it's just coming like that. And of course there's and even in that, talking about the story of somebody, I'm not telling those stories, but when I'm talking to other people, they come into and they talk about those stories. Well, I'm joining in. And then it's gone, and I'm forgetting it. It's forgotten. It's not important.
Right.
But sometimes when somebody has also when there's a lot of pain, and then there's maybe 2 days later, I don't know. Sometimes it's just coming like, oh, phoning, how is it now? Something like that. Yeah, it's like normal. It's just, and sometimes it's not there. It's the same. It's the same like everybody. But it's just coming up. But it's not me doing that. It's just coming, but it's for everybody. It's the same. The only thing it's not there is that it's not that much that I am. There's no thing going on. I have to do certain things. Yeah, sometimes I'm thinking that it's very normal. You can't say it's a certain way of living. I can't say that. Yeah. It's everything. Yeah. That's the joy also. It's the freedom. There's nothing wrong. And I always thought there's a certain behavior. When I had a lot of therapy groups and things like that. And there was always something about that I have to behave in the way I'm teaching people. So I have to look at how I sit or things like that. God, and now there's just going. It's just whatever is happening. is it. So it can be anything. It can be talking about stories of people. And it can be also like, oh my God, I'm bored. People, sometimes when people are like, I was in the rowing club, and then there's somebody, and he really wants to let us know what's the best way of rowing. And he was thinking, and he was talking a lot of theories about having your attention with it. And that's very important, that you have your attention and conscious about what you're doing and things like that. It was completely going, I couldn't understand. So I said, oh, I can't hear you. I can't listen. And then it stopped. So that can happen too. So I don't know anything.
That's great that you're sharing this, because I have it more often. Like I used to, you have to concentrate and to understand, and now sometimes it's like it just doesn't go. Yeah.
No, it doesn't come in. So yeah, and sometimes they're saying something about it. Sometimes it's just quiet and just not saying. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how the character is, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
I was sitting in the I was sitting in the hairdresser, a woman in a little place with a woman for a woman, and nobody was wearing hand mask of a face mask. And I was coming in the shop, and I was with my because in Holland we have to wear a mask when you go inside. But no one, I was the only one, and I was sitting there, and I was like, okay. When I'm sitting with her, with the hairdresser, I will ask her if she does the mask on. And I was sitting there, and I was doing my mask off, and I was sitting like that. And I was paying, and then I was doing it off, and I was going outside, and I didn't say anything. It happened too. But yeah, so everything can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't know what's going to happen or what you're going to say, how you're going to react on things. No.
Yeah, you can decide something, and then it's going on completely different. Yeah, okay.
Right, yeah. I know that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another question, I'm not really sure how to say it. It's like, I was thinking the other day, like there is, like there could be sadness, there could be joy, there could be anything. And like, I think a separate person will polarize that, like there is sadness and there is joy, like there's two things. But actually I think that it's just like when the person is separated, you see that like there's a polarity. This is good and this is bad. Like joy is good and sadness is bad. But actually, when there is no separation, there is no polarity anymore. I think. Isn't it? Would you say so?
There can be different feelings. Sometimes it's not even very clear what a feeling is. It's just a feeling without naming it, or the naming of it is not there so much. Sometimes when I'm saying it to somebody, but not even. It's very. Sometimes you can't say what is going on, and then. Yeah, but it's not about this is good or not. Yeah, I think a lot of people know it's not about good or bad, but still there is some preference or something like that. That's not there anymore. There's no preference. No, there's really no preference.
Like I feel sad.
People say that's strange, because if there's pain or sadness or joy, it's not. It's different, but it's not different. Something like that.
And not trying to change it, like I feel sadness or melancholy and then I have to do something with it, or I have to change it to something else or to feel better.
No, but it's not coming. It's just not arising. Something arising. That's the word. It's not arising. Yeah.
Thank you. Rose, could you talk a bit about the time and then that there is no time and so on? Because it's like, for me, I can understand and I know it's so, yet when I walk from the bedroom to the bathroom, time, a lapse of time happened and a space happened.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to imagine that there is no time in that sense, like in everyday things going on.
But
Can you talk about it?
You can't understand that. This is not about, that is not about understanding. You never will understand that. I don't understand that. I can't explain that. It's just, I can't explain that. It's just, there's no time and there's no space. There's no distance. Like there's no, because when we are walking here, and there's a noise in the background. When there's walking, then I can't. It's, you can't explain that. I can't. It's just, there's no distance. But when there's someone here, everything is real. So then there seems to be distance. But if it's not real, I just seem like, yeah, I can't explain that. One moment.
Okay.
Walking somewhere down. No,
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, there's no distance. No, it's very obvious. Of course, there's no distance. But when do you,
No,
when
yeah,
everything is
the one
real,
need,
you say
but
there's
I,
1 meter. Sorry?
yeah, what I am, it's not the distance that I'm, it's in my mind at the moment, but it's the time,
Time.
the non-existence of time, which I know, I mean, for my experience of my work, I know time and space do not exist yet.
Yeah.
As a day, as an everyday happening,
Yeah.
it's hard to realize that. I know it in a way because I work with healing, so long distance, it doesn't matter whether the person is, or, and when is that happening? I know in that sense, but in the daily, moment to moment, I can't fit it in the no time.
But this is more about loss, and this is when there are a lot of beliefs, and you don't even know there's some concepts about anything about time. You know, it's so normal that it's not even realized, and then suddenly some concepts are falling away, or some beliefs are and then of course, how could I not see it? It's like that. It's more like that. So you can't tell people about that, but it's when their beliefs, when there's some concept, then they make it real. When that it's not there, then suddenly it's very clear. It's more like that. So you can't explain it. It's not about understanding that. It's something else. It's about, it's not, when it's not overlaid by all those beliefs and concepts and that, then it's suddenly like, oh, of course, it's just, and in the same times, in the normal story and coming to the shop, and there seems to be time, but yeah, it's not, it's
right.
very not real. It's, yeah, we're talking in like, oh, at 4 o'clock I have to sit here or something like that. But in the same time, it's not real, but that's, yeah.
Thank you.
It's more that, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have like a live meeting going on in Amsterdam now? Or?
No, not yet, because we can't do that because of the COVID. So maybe late. Maybe in September it's starting again. I don't know. We still, yeah, still one person or two together. Yeah, it's a long.
So the whole summer, nothing is going on. Nothing.
Oh, maybe. Oh, for no, I think yeah. In the summer, I don't know. I maybe there's something going on. I'm not so busy with it because it's not. We don't know what's going to happen. So next Tuesday there will be another meeting from the government and saying what's the next rule. So everybody thinks in the summer it will be more open, of course, and then. But I don't know what I will do. I've not thought about that.
No, I was watching the Dutch news and I thought it's going to be open, but it's not the case.
Yeah, maybe because I think it's going better. But still, we're waiting for the government. Next Tuesday, everybody's sitting behind the television hoping. We already can come. We can sit on terraces in the afternoon. We can do that.
Yeah.
And then what's very funny, there's a lot of things going on, of a lot, but there are some people, some demonstrations about we want freedom of choice. God, amazing.
Yeah. So that's the question, what is freedom?
Yeah, we want freedom. We want to feel good about what's going on.
Right.
It's something else. We want freedom, that we want to do what we really want to do ourselves. Oh, it's amazing.
Right.
And it was also very funny. I saw television and then there were some children about 14, 5, 15, 16. They were talking about they didn't have a nice time and because that period of 12 till 18, that should be the nicest period of your life. And because of the COVID, we have to stay home and that. I think, oh my God, I didn't have the most nice time of my life either, or other people, but that's so convincing that because of that, we are not free or we are not happy. It's because, and then, it's amazing how it's always some reason. Now it's the corona of COVID. That's why we are not feeling good. That there's always a reason. That's talking with William also, like there's a reason, we're looking for a reason, and then God, we have to change that or we have to do something about that.
Yeah.
It's just life.
Yeah.
Going like that.
Need an explanation why it's happening.
Yeah, and then because of that we're not feeling free, or because of that we're not feeling happy, but it will always be like that. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or something else. It's always the same story. It's always the same story. Because of this, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, it's the concept of what freedom is. Probably.
Yeah. There is only freedom, but it has nothing to do with you. That's the amazing thing. That when there is feeling of I am here, it never feels completely free. So there is always struggling about what you want or what you have to do or something, or what I want. It's always what I want for myself. Yeah.
Like
Feeling in a certain way. I want to feel always happy. Yeah, something like that. And you have to take care of me about that. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on about that.
Right.
And this is no escape. This is no escape. When there's feelings of pain, then there's feeling of pain. Then when there's stress of anything, of course, it's just life in a certain way, and it's not life happening to me. It's just life. There's only life. There's not life happening to you.
Right.
No, there's nothing happening to you. There's just life. There's feelings, angry or zzz, like restless, maybe, or eating a lot of candies. I don't know, it can be anything. It's just life. There's no good and no bad. There's nothing better than anything. That's huge. There's nothing better than something else. It's just neutral. It's just what it is. So nothing is better. Maybe there's a feeling, but it's just what it is. There's not, this is good for me, or this is, it's just what it is. There's no, oh, this is better to do. You have to do more exercises, or this is better for your health, or all those things about how to behave, or how to eat, or how to. It's always how to do your life, and a lot of information about what's the best thing to do. It's an endless. It's never ending. And I was always like, there has to be something that it's not always exercises, or always trying to, or every time again and again. There has to be something else. There's this, that's it, because it's everything. It's not this or that. No, it's everything. Of course. It's just so normal, so easy, like, oh, but of course it's everything. That's it. That's the freedom. No direction, it's just everything. That's it.
But freedom has nothing to do with the circumstances or conditions or anything like that.
No. But nothing has to do with anything. That's the abstract mind is trying to give meaning of or purpose or something doing with it. It's just what's happening, and it's very tiny. It's not the whole thing like there's therapy or something like that. It's just the walking in is it, and then they're speaking, and it's just that's what's happening. There's no story. It's just what's happening. It's just one. It's just one. It's always one talking. And there's no connection. Then when you see, for example, therapy, then there's a whole story about this is going on, and then that, and then you don't feel it any, and then we can look at it, and then there's a whole story with that. It's very tiny. It's just the walking in the room is it. That's it. Finish. And then they're speaking, just words. That's it. Or maybe a feeling. And there's feeling in a certain way. Maybe there's feeling sad and there are no tears, something like that. Then there's just that. That's complete. That's the completeness. It's just what it is. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Very easy. It's very simple.
I was just thinking, because you mentioned the word therapy, and I was thinking, so there is no a therapist, and there is no patient, and there is no problem. It's all sort of set up.
Yeah, that's it. There's just talking, maybe, or feeling.
12:10. No, perdón, a la 1:30, 1:20.
Talking.
Bueno, baño estamos. Andar otro piso, que estoy en plena.
Yeah, so it's very, very literally. Yeah, we're so used to have maybe not a whole story, but then there's a little bit of story. It's so quickly, it's so normal, it's so convincing, that stories.
Hello, Rose, it's Christiane.
Yeah.
Yes, my story. I have that story that I should paint my apartment. And it's so convincing that it will be more beautiful in my house if I like your wall. It's well painted, and mine it's not well painted. It's not well painted. So
Yeah.
I have a responsibility to do that, to paint my apartment. So it's when you talk like that, I feel so freedom, free that. But I'm surprised that life, it's not about beauty. Because your wall is more beautiful than mine. You see, so I'm so it's like that. I measure beauty.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's what's the story. That's the story of me in a way.
Yeah,
It's
my
always like
story.
comparing, and it's always less than somebody else or more.
Yeah.
You're better than somebody else or something. Same. It's always the same.
Yeah.
But it's so convincing. It's amazing how convincing that is. Yeah, in some way, no, it can't be true. And in another way, it's so convincing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. That was when this message for the first time, when it came in some way. Nothing did happen about no me, but it came in, and it was like, oh, it doesn't matter if I go out or not go out, or dress like this or like something else. It doesn't matter. It's the same. Oh my, I could weep for that. I was crying. I was like, oh God, it's just the same. Oh my God, that's huge. And I was always comparing, like, this is better, I'm better, or somebody else is better. God, and then it's just the same. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's just, oh my God. Yeah. Just a big relief can be. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you can't say, oh, it's ugly. I find it very ugly. It's not that you can't say that anymore. Or that taste the taste of that food. Of course you can say that. That's, yeah, why not? Or it can be like, oh, it tastes awful, and you say, oh, thank you, that's very good. Maybe you say that. Okay, why not? There's nothing going on. So there's no real bodies or real persons in the body. It's such a deep, deep, deep embodied belief. There's a body, real body with somebody in it, and I'm in this life, and I have to do something about it, or about the house I live in, or the body I live in, or my work, or anything. The body isn't real. that's amazing. It seems like so solid and real, and that you are inside of it. It's so, most people don't even think about it. And then there's hearing, oh, the body isn't real. The body isn't real. How can you say that? How do you know? A lot of people ask, how do you know? And then I can't say I know. It's just seen like that. It's just seen. I can't say it differently than suddenly seeing like, oh, nothing is real. Oh my God, nothing is real. It's just real and unreal. It seems like it's real. Of course, it's apparently real, but it's not. So, but it's the same with the body. So there's not here a person who has a life and doing things and wants to get free of anything. There's just energy. There's just seeing energy, this body or this part of the body. That's it. So it's particles, atoms flowing, and there's light falling on it, and then there's seen like, oh, it's seen like body. God, we're so convinced that there's a real world, real persons, and real events. It's just light. It's just how do you call it? Luchtspiegeling. In the desert, when you're walking in the desert and you see, suddenly you see something going on. That's the same thing. But we're thinking, that's the water, that's something like that. But it's the same. It's so convincing that it's real. That's the freedom. Nothing is real. It's just apparently real. It's just happening in a certain way, and there's nothing going on like we are able to change anything. There is no one, and there's nothing really in the thoughts that there's power to change anything. People are so busy with proving that. God, it's just that. It's just what's happening for no reason. Wow. That's the wow.
So in the past time you would have stomach pain, and now and you would have pain, for example, and now you will have stomach pain and you feel the pain and it's the same. It feels just the same. The sensation are the same, even if there
The
is no
sensation is the same, of course, or I don't know if it's the same, but it's just a sensation of pain. But there was when there was somebody going, there was some immediately picking it up and thinking, oh, what's going on here? And it was all, I was always busy with how do I feel? What is going on in my life, in my body, in my life? Everything was like I was busy with that. My life, what's going on in my life, with my relation, with my body, with work, with everything. I had to think about that. God, and that was thinking like that's the normal way of a lot of people. And then when there's not how it's now, it's just when there's pain, there can be pain, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. I can't say how it's different, how it goes. That what's happening, that's always there. That's not different. I don't know, yeah, it can be different because life is different.
So the relationship with the body, it's not there because there is no body.
No, there's no relationship. No,
right.
No. There's nowhere a relationship. Not with the body, not with events, not with persons, with children, or no. That's the story.
Yeah, the story. It sounds shockingly different.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's just normal. That's the funny part. It's completely shocking for a lot of people, and then in the same time, it's like, how can you not see that? It's just, how can you not see that? It's not special that I see that. No, it's very normal. But it's
at the same
overlaid
time,
by so many stories and so many concepts. Yeah.
and at the same time, other people like are with you, and they think they have relationship with you, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.
Like
No.
just
No, that's what's happening now.
yeah.
I don't know. There can be anything. There can be discussions or anger or I don't know. Anything can happen, of course. But that's the same. It's not different as you.
Yeah.
But there's not. Yeah. Well, what sometimes people are. What I'm noticing, people when a lot of people are, when there's something happening, they are immediately picking it up and changing it in something else, in what's going on. And then that's strange. That's sometimes with some people, that's really strange. It's not everybody does that so much, but it's like, oh, it's not like that. Then when I'm just talking and then somebody says, but when you're talking like that, I don't feel your heart. Oh, okay. I don't know. And then what you are feeling, and I think, oh, no, nothing, nothing. No, just sitting. I'm not feeling anything. That can't be. Then your heart is not open at this time. Oh, it's really a conversation. Seriously, I can't. I can't do that. I did it. I have done that. I know it. I've done that before, but I can't. That's too much.
It's not working anymore. It's too artificial in a way. Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with what's happening. It's just it's an interpretation about what's going on. So you can do that story, but I'm when you're in the same story, when you're in the same things like opening the heart and things like that, and then you can talk together with that. But when somebody is not in that story, it can't. It doesn't work. It's only with people. So with me, maybe with other people too. I don't know. It's just what happened that I was like, oh God, and I was into that too. I was very much into that. So that's, for me, it was amazing noticing like, oh God, it's so different now. I can't even see it like that. It's just, huh? Yeah. And it's not saying, oh, it's not right. No, it's just what that person is seeing. It's, I don't know, that's also what's happening. It's not wrong. Yeah.
So Rose, so yet still emotions still happen, right? Like
Yes.
getting angry, feeling, happy, whatever, joyful.
Yeah, sure.
It still happens, but don't over it.
Feeling flat, like, yeah, can happen. Yeah.
Thanks.
The funny thing is, there's no preference for a certain feeling. I don't know. That's not there. Most people have preferences. Yeah. It's just life. A feeling is just life. So if it's pain, it's just life paining. It's not that when there's a me, there's looking at yourself and like, oh, what is going on here? If that is not there, that consciousness, that awareness of how you say it, that looking at yourself, it's just feeling a certain feeling. It's just life. It's just love. That's the wow part. It's in a way, it's not all the time thinking wow when speaking about this, then when there's pain, it's when there's a me, and in the story, pain seems to be, I don't want that. But pain is just a sensation somewhere. It's just a sensation. It's just life. It's just aliveness in a certain way, or walking or drinking or anything. So it's just life. It's just aliveness. So it's unconditional love, paining. That's the unconditional love. So it's not that nothing is wrong. It's just life. So you could say everything is celebrated, but it's not celebrated by someone. It's just life celebrating, painting, walking, drinking coffee. It's just life. And it's celebrating everything, like trees or coffee, what falls down, or everything. It's just life celebrate. That's the wow, because everything is celebrated. Life is celebrating. It's so strong. It can't even. It's so can't even say how it is, because it's amazing how it is celebrating in everything. And it's when we are looking at it, we think like, oh, this is right, this is wrong. Oh, we just, oh no, I don't want that. Oh, I want this. Oh no, this and that. And it's kind of, and then sudden, and that is, and then that, oh no, that's the same, and then the same, and I want that. And so there's something, it's like, oh God. And then suddenly there's just life. And it's like fresh, and it's always new. It's like, it's everything. It's just celebrating pain. But pain is not pain. It's just celebrating some feeling somewhere. So it's just energy. It's God, it's just amazing how that's the paradise. It's just everything celebrating. But celebrating is not feeling good. Celebrating is painting or whatever circumstances. It's just life celebrating that. But we are so into celebrating is feeling nice or having a birthday or something. This is celebrating everything. Walls. It's just celebrating walling or life walling. It's just God. It's God. It's touching, and it's God. It's no. It's that.
So in that sense, the emotions that come up are not, you don't think about, oh, I shouldn't feel like this, or I should be like that, or you just feel it, full anger, full
but it's not full
whatever.
Yeah, but it's always full. It's not full in the sense like if there's anger, it has to express it completely. No, if there's angry, it's like angry, I'm angry, but I don't know. But if then that's celebrating, life celebrating in that way. It's always the right way. It's always complete. So when there's anger, like we say, like, oh, you don't express it, but you hold it like, God, it's life expressing like that. That's the completeness. That's the unconditional love. It's only unconditional love expressing in that way. It can't be wrong. Of course not. It's the celebration of life. It's everything. God, that's the joy. That's the freedom. God, thank you.
And is there something inside? Is there something in the character Rose that says, at the same time that this is happening, like rage, is enjoying it?
But then you feel, then it's true. Then when there's just rage, and there's not somebody somewhere saying, oh, there's also joy. It's no. When there's rage, it's rage in that. Then there's nothing going on about that. It's just rage.
Right.
That's how it feels. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing going on about looking at it or enjoying it or something like that. It's
Right.
it's enjoying, but it's celebrating. But
It's just happening. There's nothing about it. It's just happening.
Yeah. Just like little children, that when they are like that, they don't have anything going on about that. You can see that. That's the same thing. Just that, and then it's gone, or yeah, then it's gone. And it's correct the way it goes. It's characteristics, and then some are more like and otherwise like different. So there's some difference. It's unique the way it expresses. That's uniqueness. That's the celebration. It's different.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Merci.
Thank you.
Merci.
Ah, merci. Yeah, merci.
Merci.